Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My first question relates to real estate. Who handles your real estate for you? Is it in-house, DGS, outside brokers, or all of the above for leases?
The Department of General Services is the primary responsibility for executing our leases. We absolutely use outside brokers to help us find sites. We also have a small staff within the Liquor Control Board that coordinates all that through General Services.
So you have a real estate department?
We do.
Okay, so are they looking at trends, and so for example, across the Commonwealth, I believe you're averaging $15.90 a square foot for your lease space. Are we looking at it, for example, in the Southeast and in Pittsburgh and other parts of the state? Are we getting a fair price? Are we competing with other retailers?
We're getting a better price, Representative. Because we're the state, and we generally, first of all, our leases are gross. If you know how the leasing works, it's not triple net. Most tenants always pay triple net. Our leases are gross, and we do comparable rentals in shopping centers in the market area. Certainly, the Southeast is more expensive than the West and so on. But we do comparable rentals, and we're generally $3 to $5 a square foot less than everybody else in the plaza.
I understand. So, example, Walmart is a driver for other businesses to come into a shopping center. They're paying $6, and they are triple net at the $6 number. However, you're able to do those same types of negotiations, because I would think you would be a driver for some different types of stores to come in the centers when you're doing it in a center, especially when you're doing the rebranding?
We are a driver, and we do negotiate very, very tough. Okay,
great. And then moving on to a couple other questions I have regarding Act 39. One of the mandates was that you look at the 150 best-selling wines and spirits and do a 6-month look on sales. Has that been done in January?
Yes.
And is that available for us to see? Is it public?
Well, we haven't implemented it. Okay, we've looked at how many new brands would come in and how many brands would go out. And it's actually it's a very confusing issue for not only us but the suppliers. So if you were to ask me what you could do for us, it would be to remove the 150 and make flexible pricing go all the way.
So you want to go bigger? You want to go bigger with it? That was my next question.
Yeah, we want to go across the board, and our suppliers want to do it as well.
Okay.
You sit down at a negotiation table, you go, oh, well, that's in the calculator. Oh, no, that's not in the calculator. Oh, that came off because of the Christmas season.
I got it. Okay.
It's crazy.
Now, you talked about, well, not you, I apologize. We talked about a CRM program, and we talked about the border areas being able to get a little more flexible. Does that mean in one part of the state we're actually selling the same product for less than another part of the state?
Currently, not yet. But
that's your intention, though?
It could be possible, depending on the program, yes.
Okay. So, Mr. Mooney, you brought up the customer relations program. How does that program generate efficiencies? And then, more important, that being said, what type of profits are we going to be looking to generate from that?
Well, it's early, Representative, as far as the CRM program. We haven't got real far into that. We have models that we're looked at. As Member Nager had said, we're looking at a free program. We're also looking at a paid program. We're not sure if we're going to go both or one first, and then so we're working around all those numbers now. There is certainly a startup cost to a CRM program. It has a high IT component, and how it interrelates with our point of sale system and our registers. When we have 608 brick and mortar stores, and so when you have a system that large, We're looking at what the cost is to step up and implement this program, and we're looking at our ROA right now to see when exactly do we get returns. Is it year one? Is it year two?
I see the yellow light on. I just have one quick follow-up, and then you can say whatever you want.
Okay.
I appreciate your honest answer on the minimum wage, and I hope when we're looking at that, I go into my local liquor store and I ask about a certain wine, and for the most part, I get pointed to the wine section. When I go to visit my wife's grandmother in Delaware, we go and buy a bottle of wine. There's somebody there giving me the full descriptions and everything else. I hope when you're going to be investing more money in some of your staff, that's going to come along with it. And maybe it is in some of the stores. Maybe the one on Route 1 and 202 is already that way. I hope that's going to expand through the stores, because I really believe that's going to be I got you, sir.
That's, Representative, that's certainly our intent.